In this video, we talk about the thoracic spine, its different articulations, and then how to put that all together for that one controlled articular rotation. My name's Jeffrey, this is Yoga Framework, and every week I teach you how to create a better yoga and mobility practice. Let's get started. Beginning with the articulations. There are 4 basic articulations in the thoracic spine. Flexion. Extension. Lateral flexion. Rotation. Both directions. Now let's put it all together for that one controlled articular rotation. The thoracic CAR is similar to the neck CAR in the way that it rotates around in a circle. You're going to start in flexion, rotate, and then into lateral flexion, rotating towards the back more in extension, rotating through extension to the other side, back into lateral flexion, and then rotating back, flexion through flexion in the center. A lot of people like to take their arms, cross them like this, take them out of the equation. We'll start standing, and then I'll show you a variation laying on the floor that's going to help you get the movements a little easier. So crossing my arms, I'm going to start flexion, and then within that flexion, rotation. Now don't force this rotation. You don't have that much rotation alone. Rotation combined with side bending, lateral flexion, that's where you have a little bit more room. Then you can come into extension. Again, don't force this, nice and slow. Rotation through extension, whatever you have. As you can see, I don't have a lot. Now I'm fully rotated in extension, coming into lateral flexion on that side. From here, rotation and flexion towards the front, and then back through plain old flexion. Going the other direction, right? I'm in flexion, rotation and flexion. End range, not going to force it. Lateral flexion here, and then extension with rotation. Finding minimal range, making sure I'm not moving my lumbar spine, coming through extension, rotation to the other side, and then again, lateral flexion, side bending with rotation, and then flexion in rotation. Not forcing it, going with my range, back to flexion, and then I can release. And that's quite the movement. It might not have looked like much, but I was working very hard. From the ground, it's going to be a little different. So I'm going to come down to a comfortable position here. Once you're on the ground, we're going to do that same thing. Cross the shoulders, across the arms, so hold the shoulders. You'll flex. That'll be like a mini sit-up. Remember, it's the upper spine, thoracic. And then what we can do is we can rotate with what we have available here and then just release down. And that kind of takes us around the back. Flexion, rotation. You can even incorporate a side bend safely and then come down. We're not doing the extension part because we're using the floor as a block, also helping us to find the form. All right, so when you're ready, flex, rotate, side bend, release. And try to get those in order. Flexion, rotation, then add side bending, and then back to the floor. So there's a number of different ways that you can practice this. Those are 2 basic examples. You could also block the lumbar spine against a wall or something, but you'd want to be able to sufficiently move the thoracic. So practice this one. This is another difficult one like the neck, and give it some time. Learn to make it part of your routine. Again, I'm Jeffrey. This is Yoga Framework, and every week I teach you how to create a better yoga and mobility practice. Thanks for watching.